talk about how passing this bill will affect them. Being a middle school student is an exciting and scary time all at once. The students enter as preteens and leave as teenagers. There's no doubt that middle school is a place of change, and that change occurs at a different pace for each student. Sometimes change is difficult. Despite that pace of change, it's also a definitive path of growth. Middle school students become more independent in their learning and decision-making, become progressively more responsible for their actions, are eager to succeed as something new, and even start to consider relationships, despite how soon they may end at that age. As an educator who is interested in knowing what makes my students tick, learning more about their families and what happens when they are not at school is crucial, because sometimes this is just as important as to what goes on in the classroom in regards to the success that my students have. However, gathering this personal information from students who have same-sex parents is difficult, because these students don't feel that the school environment is a safe place for them to openly share, and forget sharing with their friends and peers. This only sets them up for being harassed or bullied. I watch some of these students become progressively more isolated, and I notice it sometimes affects their school performance. I feel as an educator that passage of marriage equality would go a long way toward creating a more tolerant learning environment for my students and others like them across our state. In my opinion, the state should value all families equally. There should be no reason that some of my students will grow up with one set of options to form families of their own and others with virtually no options. With all of the recent growing awareness of bullying and harassment and the often tragic toll it takes in the lives of the young LGBT people, I am hard-pressed to justify that the state's discrimination against a minority group. I see the effects of the discrimination every day in my classroom. In my opinion, it creates unfair burdens and barriers for some students, making it harder, if not impossible, for them to succeed. I'm asking each of you, and those who are not present this evening, to vote to end the societal discrimination now, so that all of our middle school students and their families have the same opportunities. I'm an educator in support of House Bill 5012. Thank you.